Money is not real. The paper in your wallet, the numbers on your bank screen, the coins jingling in your pocket, none of it has intrinsic value. It is a collective hallucination, a story that billions of people have agreed to believe. And yet this story controls everything about your life. Where you live, what you eat, who you marry, how you die. It determines your status, your self-worth, your sense of accomplishment. It shapes your relationships, your ambitions, your fears. This is the central paradox of modern existence. The most powerful force in our lives is something that does not actually exist. Nietzsche would recognize this immediately. He spent his career exposing the systems of belief that control human behavior, Christianity, morality, social convention. But he never lived to see the ultimate herd illusion, global capitalism built on fiat currency. Money is herd morality in its purest form. It is a value system that everyone follows, but no one chose. It is a god that everyone worships, but no one can touch. And it is the most successful tool of social control ever invented. Because unlike religion or politics, money does not ask for your faith. It only asks for your participation. And participation is mandatory. Here is the question that should terrify you. If money changed you, if you became wealthy and your personality shifted as a result, were you ever really you to begin with? Think about this carefully. Most people believe they have a stable identity, a consistent self that persists across time and circumstances. But if becoming rich makes you more confident, more assertive, more generous, or more arrogant, more distant, more cruel, then what changed? Did the money unlock something that was already inside you? Or did it replace you with someone else entirely? Nietzsche would say that if external conditions can fundamentally change who you are, then you were never a self to begin with. You were a mirror. You reflected whatever circumstances placed in front of you. When you were poor, you reflected poverty. When you became rich, you reflected wealth. But at no point were you actually you. This is the condition of the herd animal, the person who has never built an internal structure of values, who has never engaged in the difficult work of self-creation, who has simply absorbed whatever the environment offered and called it a personality. The herd wants you to be a mirror. Mirrors are predictable. Mirrors can be controlled. You know exactly how a mirror will behave because a mirror just shows you what you want to see. But someone who knows who they are regardless of their circumstances, regardless of their bank balance, their social status, their external validation, that person is dangerous. That person cannot be bought, cannot be manipulated, cannot be made to want things they do not actually want. And the entire economy is built on making you want things. There is a famous saying, money is the root of all evil. It is a misquotation of scripture, but it persists because it captures something true. Not that money itself is evil. Money is neutral. It is just a tool. But that the pursuit of money, the worship of money, the willingness to sacrifice everything for money, is corrosive to the human spirit. But Nietzsche would push further. He would not say that money is evil. He would say that making money the measure of human worth is a symptom of a deeper sickness. When a society evaluates people based on their net worth rather than their character, their creativity, their capacity for self-overcoming, that society has lost its values. It has outsourced judgment to a number, and a number cannot tell you who is worthy. A number cannot distinguish between the entrepreneur who built something meaningful and the inheritor who did nothing. A number cannot see the difference between wealth earned through creation and wealth accumulated through exploitation. And yet we use this number, this completely arbitrary metric, to determine who deserves respect, who deserves love, who deserves to live well, and who deserves to struggle. This is herd morality at its most naked. The herd has decided that the person with more tokens is the better person. And almost no one questions this, because questioning it would require admitting that the game you have been playing your entire life is not real. So what is the Nietzschean response to all of this? It is not to reject money. Nietzsche was not a monk. He did not advocate poverty as a virtue. He despised the Christian glorification of poverty as just another form of resentment. The weak pretending their weakness is holiness. No, the Nietzschean response is to put money in its proper place, to see it as a tool, useful but meaningless in itself. Like a hammer. A hammer is valuable because it can build things. But you do not worship the hammer. You do not measure your worth by how many hammers you own. You do not sacrifice your relationships, your integrity, your soul for another hammer. The person who has truly overcome the herd does not need money to tell them who they are. They already know. They built themselves, deliberately, through discipline and self-overcoming. And their sense of worth comes from that construction, not from external validation. They can have money or not have money. It does not change them, because they are not a mirror. They are a self. This is the ultimate challenge that materialism poses to your identity. If you lost everything tomorrow, every dollar, every possession, every status symbol, would you still know who you are? Or would you be empty? If the answer frightens you, good. It should, because it means you have work to do. And the time to start is now.